Welcome back
everybody.
to the basement. We're playing Star Ghost. We're in Sector 7 in the asteroid field.
That's right, dodging asteroids, using the traction field in order to not use up the limited quantity of fire speed and fire spread.
Yep.
It gets a little hairy dodging these things without being able to shoot them, but trust me, it gets hairier dodging them and shooting them because
they split up into a bunch of tiny little pieces. If you get the repulsor beam or the repulsor field,
yeah, that was pretty.
Yeah.
Although I
was
found
much dodging that.
Yeah, that was unavoidable once I made a mistake of going up. But I think that
you said,
and
you
I'm
found
impressed
that if you
by
hang
this.
the bottom or the top, that you it's a little easier.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I experimented with that a little bit, but I think it's best to just sort of stay in the middle. And I kind of stare at the middle of the screen, but unfocus, so that I'm sort of looking at the whole screen in my peripheral.
Peripheral.
But they did
this game is all about the peripheral.
Yes, looking at the whole screen at once. They really did a good job, though.
Whoa!
That was nice. They did a good job of making this level fair, because it seems like it would be easy to accidentally just give the player an undodgeable thing. But I really think you could survive with one hit until death through any asteroid
How do you
level.
program that to still be random enough, but not be like completely unfair in a asteroid field?
The only thing that jumps to my mind
awesome.
as to how you could do that is to actually just come up with legitimately 100 not random ways for it to be fair.
There's some viruses in that.
And then just, there were a few. That's the thing that happens too with this game, guys. The later you get, the worse the drops are. They either don't give you much or there's way more viruses.
Oh, sure.
But yeah, maybe the asteroids are just like a lot of pre-programmed fair scenarios that are just randomly presented to you. Like which one you get is random.
That could be possible.
That would take a lot of work,
harder to
but
tell.
It would keep the game fair.
It would also be a lot harder to tell that it's repeating, just because of the way it is.
Okay, so one of my legit gripes with this game is it's hard to tell the difference between all the blue power-ups. Like this thing and the missiles and the repulsor. Yeah. It's okay, but it fires really slow, even if you have good fire speed.
That was
nice, though.
That was way good. And do it again. Yeah.
A little too early. Yeah, you want to hit those because they're invincible until they bust apart. But
they got
right after they bust apart, they're all so close.
Weapon safe.
Yeah, like when it's just one, it's invincible.
Bum, bum, bum.
Are you right about that, Nashville? I'm sure you are.
Well, okay, so you would have to agree with me that, I mean, because music is somewhat subjective, and when you
you have to know what the one is. But you can hear it in this song.
Do do do. Would you agree that that third note is the one? Do 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 do. Like it wants to get back to that. No, right?
The third note of the whole thing.
Yeah, the third note of the whole thing is the tonal center. Do 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 do, or do do do, goes back down.
No, I think the first note is the Peter. What are you doing? I think the first note is the one.
But there, that note that you just sang at the end.
Yeah,
that's the third note.
No.
You went back
it
down
is?
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Ooh, missiles. Do I get the missiles and try to keep them all the way through 6?
This time on the basement, we're gonna find out right now.
Or do I buy the traction?
Yeah, about the traction. Okay, so this is the
Thrifty Peter strikes again.
So this is not in your normal Ionian scale. Which is like your do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Right.
Because it's got a flat 7. It's also got a flat 3 in it.
So it makes it like a minor rock.
Yeah.
I always think of the flat 7 as like just more rock and roll than the actual 7.
This is actually, I would assume that is based mostly around a pentatonic scale. That's just the pentatonics.
Okay. Yep.
Right? So it's a pentatonic scale with a tonal center around whatever note that is. So, yep. 1. But it starts on the 5, so it's 5, flat 7, 1, 1, flat 3, 4. And then it just kind of hangs. It doesn't resolve. You want it to resolve back to that 1, but it doesn't.
Here's a question for you.
So that's a half cadence.
But P.S., do you remember our very first Let's Play, Donkey Kong Country?
Yeah.
Where I left the room and asked you to explain, like, music theory?
And I did for like a second, and I died so much I couldn't do it.
Yeah. That's
wow.
funny. If you wanna look for the why did I pause? Wait, hold on. I gotta just scratch something here.
You're probably scratching, massaging the old neck, the head, the eyes.
Oh, I'm scratching my metal plate.
This is interesting. What do you guys think Peter was doing during this pause break? Because we don't know. We don't remember.
I
Okay,
probably just took my pants off, turned them around, and put them back on backwards like Kris Kross. Remember Kris Kross? That dad'll make you jump, jump. Kris Kross will make you... Nope. Mrs. Doubtfire?
Yeah?
I don't know if those two things have anything to do with each other. Ooh, do I get the missiles and try to... I did.
Ooh,
I'm gonna try to...
I remember Mrs. Doubtfire. Ooh, his cream falling off her face.
This is like... It's like cake frosting.
Yeah, it was like whipped cream or something.
Because she got caught. He got caught.
He got caught. Well, his face fell off and then he got crushed by a truck.
Oh, yeah! It went
And then
flying out the window.
he didn't have a face, so he had to put his face in the cream, in the whipped cream to get to be like...
Good thinking. God.
Yeah.
How did the writers come up with that?
I don't know. It's almost like they wrote it.
Okay, so here's the question I had for you.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
I'm ready.
I just lost it.
Shoot that question at me.
Wait, I'm gonna find it.
Shoot it.
What was it? It was about...
Kris Kross.
No.
Yeah, it'll come back to you.
It was about music theory in general, and before
Oh.
I said remember our first Let's Play where we talked about it, but I don't remember what it was gonna say.
Oh. Diatonic, pentatonic scales, tonal centers.
Oh, I remember.
Okay.
I don't know if what you said helped me or not, or if it was just time.
Yeah.
So I was told that next time in the basement. Next time in the basement?
No, not next time in the basement.
Oh.
You got audio?
Yeah.
Okay. Just keep going.
Sector clear. Great landing.
Oh, so intervals. So I was told that
No upgrades available.
the fourth and the fifth intervals are perfect. And an
Yes.
octave is perfect.
Perfect fourth, perfect fifth. Yeah.
What makes it perfect?
Recommend evasive action.
Is it that it's not major or minor?
If I remember right, it comes from...
Reset.
I can't remember if it's either Ptolemy or Pythagoras, or maybe neither of those guys.
Is it a math thing?
It's not a math thing, but it's whoever kind of determined our diatonic scales, our Eastern diatonic, Western diatonic scales.
Uh-huh.
It's when you listen to like a third or a sixth or a seventh, there's a lot of, you can hear like the resonance of the waves, the sound waves, and they kind of sound like dissonant a little bit
because
they go wow.
Yeah,
you
the
can
sound
hear it.
waves
Brr.
peak not at like regular intervals. They don't divide evenly into each other.
Yeah, so like when you hear like a major third or a sixth, you can hear it go wobbly. Like it's really fast, but it's like a fast wobble. Now, when you have a fifth or a fourth,
those ring.
They have a wobble, but it's really slow. It's like wow, wow, wow. So they feel a lot more pure. Now that's the thing about that though.
They still do?
Yep, they do, but they're really slow.
What about
really,
an
really
octave?
slow. Octaves are supposed to have zero wobble.
Right, because it's just
unisons are supposed to for sure have zero wobble.
the higher octave is exactly double the hertz as the lower octave.
Yeah, so it has their waves line up with each other.
Yep.
But like with a fourth and a fifth, the waves are close to each other, but they don't line up.
Well, they
On a
line
sixth or
up and then they get out of sync and then they get back into sync.
Exactly.
And then
on
out
a third
and
or
then
a sixth or whatever, they're like out of sync the entire time. They don't really ever line up. So it's just kind of this warbling that happens all the time. But yeah, so they were called perfect because they were so pure sounding. Because they didn't sound as dissonant.
I guess that makes sense. I mean, that's what's interesting too, because you mentioned music being subjective either this episode or last episode, but it's kind of objective in a way too. in that mathematically certain harmonies fit together.
Yes.
Like, more often will the peak of the wave line up with the peak of another wave if the notes are the right distance apart.
Yep.
It's really interesting.
Yeah, the weird thing is when you start to get into like why does this song have this tonal center? Oh, because that's what it sounds like it has, so that therefore it's in that key.
Right. That's
it has all the same
though.
exact notes as another song, but that has a different tonal center, and it's just kind of like by feel. You sort of know that that's where it wants to end up. But
yeah, that's strange.
I find it intriguing.
Strange and fun. You know, the issue may be up at the receiver. Right now, Ted has no game audio in his ear.
But it's okay though. I don't need it.
It's so nice though.
I've got it in my right ear, so we're good.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Just my
must
left
too.
is-
Yeah, so if we're both missing our left.
Yeah, it's okay. Hey, next time in the basement. It is time for next time in the basement.
Ooh, yeah, we'll do an asteroid field, Sector 7-2.
Ooh, exciting.
So we'll see you there. Thanks for liking and subscribing.
Yeah.
You guys are the
music
best.
theory.
Basement.